It is day 16 in a third world prison. It's the day after Easter, and yesterday was not a good day. I really struggled on Easter Sunday, realizing at this point that I had no contact basically with my 2 year old in a total of 15 days. Um, and I was just in this state of grieving, and my body was in shock. And I was just processing it all. I actually had a decent night. Um, my my cellmate is a mom herself, and while unfortunately she is, spending time in prison, she has a family support. So her sister and her mom are helping take care of her daughter while she has to serve her time. And so seeing my case, hearing my story, knowing what's going on with me, she really empathized, especially on Easter Sunday when she saw how broken I was and just mourning, in the state of mourning. And I think also the fact that she knew that her daughter was with people that she trusted, and my daughter was not. So I think that really warmed her up to me. So why is that magical? Because those cockroaches, those prehistoric large butt cockroaches, I woke up the next morning to dead cockroaches on the floor of our cell, and kicked out into the hallway right outside our door. So my roommate, while I was sleeping, and I pretty much passed out because I was just grieving and I was just exhausted from the day. But she took it upon herself in the middle of the night when she heard the cockroaches making noise, scratching, and going after our garbage. She jumped up and smacked them to death and then pushed them outside the cell. Um, so it was awesome to have someone um, warming up to me, and someone that I could look to as an ally, to help me survive the next 39 days. So the day after Easter, the prison decided to have another day of lockdown so the staff could have a 3-day weekend. So I used that opportunity to be stuck in my cell to rebraid my hair. So in order to wash my hair with just 1 gallon of water, I would just keep my hair in the braids and then pour water on my hair, set it up, and just clean the braids and then rinse it out. And then get hair lotion and just cover the braids with hair lotion. And then I would unbraid one braid at a time and then rebraid. So that's how I kept my hair. While I was braiding my hair that day, I also took time for scripture to pray and to honor the holy day. So I'd like to share with you what I journaled. Matthew 27, verse 46. About 3 in the afternoon, Jesus cried out in a loud voice, my God, why have you forsaken me? My heart is in pain." And thinking about Jesus' story, Jesus forgave. He forgave the Pharisees. He forgave Judas. He forgave Matthew. He forgave the men who tortured him. Luke 23, verse 34. Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they do. See? Even in the worst of times, in the worst conditions, Jesus forgave. But what horrifies me is that I too forgave repeatedly. I forgave my abuser. But I feel like I just didn't really heed the warnings. I didn't just stay away. I really believed the lies he would tell, that he wanted to change, that he wanted to get help. To forgive is to let go of bitterness, anger, retaliation. To forgive is to not return evil for evil, but on the contrary, return evil for blessing. 1 Peter 3, verse 9. To forgive is to hand myself over to God and let righteous judgment of God take over. I have to have faith that God will make it right in his own time, that the evil will be punished, and the faithful that have suffered will be rewarded. I have to focus on repenting for my sins, confessing, cleansing, and then living a life of joy. I really want to work on forgiveness. That is going to be my priority. And that is the end of day 16 in a third world prison.